Thank you so very much for joining us. You're watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Ballot. We are broadcasting to you live from Mongo, Western Province. This is the news bulletin, and here are the headlines. PS Chilimo commends Western Province's food security efforts. Ministry of Finance and National Planning holds 2027 National Budget consultations in Mongo. And the Human Rights Commission calls for right-based adolescent health services. And in international news, Sierra Leone drops treason charges against former president. And finally, in sports news, Matakala pledges to support development in Imweko Ward. With the news in detail, my name is Celestina Tiankenji Mbewe. Ministry of Community Development and Social Services Permanent Secretary Technical Services Beatrice Chilimo paid a courtesy call on Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa as part of her working visit to the province. Speaking during the courtesy call on the 16th of July 2026, Chilimo commended the district's improved revenue collection, growing agricultural productivity, and efforts to strengthen food security through the construction of storage sheds. Meanwhile, Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa has praised the positive impact of government social welfare programs, noting a reduction in complaints from beneficiaries, increased maize production, and the need to expand storage infrastructure to sustain agricultural growth across the province.
The Ministry of Community Development and Social Services says strengthening food security and improving the livelihoods of communities remain among government's key priorities. Technical Services Permanent Secretary Beatrice Chilimo is in Western Province on a working visit. As part of her visit, the Permanent Secretary is expected to officiate at the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a storage facility in Mulunga before handing over 1 hammer mill and 10 treadle pumps.
We are here going to Limulunga. We will be helping them in groundbreaking into building the storage facility. Thereafter, we will be handing over 1 hammer mill and 10 treadle pumps.
She has commended Nkeema district for its impressive revenue collection, revealing that the local authority has generated about 1.5 million kwacha from the locally collected revenue.
Kehema is being upgraded to an extent where the little recoveries that they collected, they were able to raise 1.5 million. They did not just sit back to buy any equipment. They decided they should build sheds because they realized that they didn't have enough storage for their farming inputs.
And Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa says government interventions in the social welfare sector continue to yield positive results, with a noticeable decline in complaints from beneficiaries.
The feedback from the ground is all right. We have had a reduction of complaints from the beneficiaries of the services. You are recovering now from the people, and the money is being plowed back into the same communities. Therefore, the people then will see the benefit of paying back duly, and it's because they think it's helping. It's a revolving fund. We have increased maize production, yes, but our trajectories, we are going towards the 10 million metric ton.
Thank you.
Just the recent harvest has given us a lot of problems of storage.
Yes.
So we have to increase the storage capacity countrywide, even here in Western Province.
He has further commended the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services for responding to the province's growing development needs. Mike Moya, for Bulozi TV News in Mongo, Western Province.
The Ministry of Finance and National Planning has conducted a provincial stakeholders consultation meeting aimed at receiving submissions from various stakeholders over the 2027 national budget and the 2027 to 2031 medium-term revenue strategic framework. Speaking Speaking at the event, Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa said the budget submissions must be fully devoted to propelling inclusive growth, improving access to healthcare, education and water, and unlocking economic potential of the region, ensuring that the priorities of the people are fully reflected. The PS reaffirmed government's effort in ensuring development of the medium-term revenue strategy for Zambia, which is a 5-part evidence-based roadmap to build a broad-based tax system.
Stakeholders in Western Province have met with the Ministry of Finance and National Planning to give input into the 2027 national budget and the new 5-year revenue strategy.
Government priority is that we remain committed to consult each and everyone, province by province. As we speak, other people from the ministry are also in other provinces such as the Copper Belt and in Northern Province, and we will continue until all the provinces are consulted.
If we are coming to talk about the budget for 2027, and also we are here to talk about the medium-term strategy for the next 5 years, particularly for Western Province, we need to be able to make realistic contributions and submissions.
Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa was the guest of honor at the event.
The national budget serves as a critical instrument in achieving the visions of our people. For Western Province, the budget must be fully devoted to propelling inclusive growth, improving access to health, education and water, and unlocking the economic potential of our province.
He said government is developing the medium-term revenue strategy, MTRS, the country's first evidence-based plan to create a broader tax base.
Government has embarked on the development of the medium-term revenue strategy, MTRS in short. For Zambia, this first MTRS is a 5-year evidence-based roadmap to build a broad-based tax system. A critical output of the MTRS is the proposed tax administration bill. This new law is designed to ease tax compliance, reduce administrative hurdles for our businesses, and ensure that our revenue collection processes are fair and transparent, an important step for our traders in the Mongo main market and across the province.
The PS expressed confidence that, working together, the province can contribute to achieving National Vision 2030, a prosperous, inclusive and sustainable Zambia. Nchumunyasi Aminwe, Bulozi TV News, Mongo, Western Province.
The Adventist Development and Relief Agency, through the Transformative Emergency Response for Nutrition Improvement in Zambia project, has reaffirmed its commitment to improving nutrition and strengthening climate resilience among vulnerable communities in Sioma district. This comes as the project held a stakeholder review meeting with departments of agriculture and health to assess implementation progress. Senior Agricultural Officer for Sioma, Chipombe Hangomba, revealed that the initiative is targeting lactating mothers, adolescents, and vulnerable farming households through climate-smart agriculture and nutrition intervention. Nais brings us the report.
The Transformative Emergency Response for Nutrition Improvement in Zambia Taniza project, which is funded by the Development Bank of Germany KfW through the World Food Programme WFP and is being implemented by the Adventist Development and Relief Agency ADRA, conducted a review meeting with departments of agriculture and health in Sioma district. Senior Agriculture Officer for Sioma Chipobe Hangomba highlighted that the project is targeting lactating mothers and adolescents.
Under the Taniza project, the target beneficiaries are pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, and also in homes where there are adolescents, where they are looking at the nutrition aspect, where farmers are being trained in food processing and nutrition.
The project is set to benefit 4,500 households, as well as establish 5 irrigation systems at schools to boost nutrition in the school feeding program. And Mr. Hangomba confirmed the agriculture extension officers are involved in the smart agriculture implementation.
At field level, or should I say camp level, it's the camp extension officers that are implementing the project. They are the ones that are training the lead farmers, who in turn train other follower farmers. So under Ministry of Agriculture, we are collaborating with the project to implement those areas. In those areas, the irrigation in schools and also agriculture, that is climate smart agriculture in the camps.
Yes, so working hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Health, yes, so that we can achieve one objective, which is improving nutrition in our district, Sioma.
The Tenisa project aims to build climate resilience, improve nutrition for vulnerable smallholder farmers and communities. Ndopu Sendoi reporting.
The Human Rights Commission has called for inclusive adolescent health services that protect fundamental human rights and give young people a meaningful voice in decisions affecting their health and well-being. Speaking during a consultation workshop on the model law on consent for children and young people to access health services, Human Rights Commission's investigation officer Charity Lange said access to health care is a fundamental human right that should be guaranteed to every child and adolescent without discrimination. Lange stressed that adolescents have the right to participate in matters that directly affect their lives, adding that their views should be considered when developing and implementing health policies and services.
The Human Rights Commission Investigations Officer, Charity Lange, has emphasized that every person has the right to access quality health care without discrimination, regardless of their background. Speaking during a consultation workshop on the law on consent for children and young people to access health services, Ms. Lange said that healthcare access is a fundamental human right that must be enjoyed by all. She said individuals seeking medical services deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, while calling for inclusive healthcare system that upholds human rights and ensure adolescents are actively involved in decisions affecting their health.
When you look at adolescent health care and HIV testing, these are linked to human rights issues such as right to health, dignity, privacy, information, equality, and participation. You must participate. Let the adolescents participate in matters that affect them.
Principal Gender Division Emma Piri and Zambia Police Headquarters in the Department of Victim Support Edgar Kazembe notes the importance of creating a system that protects children while empowering adolescents to realize their rights to their highest attainable standard of health.
There's also in their churches, they will make sure they will raise awareness to make sure no one should be left out or no one should fall prey to be a victim of what we are discussing. And just sensitizing them, knowing them where to access, especially on the issue of referral pathways.
We have to create or establish networks where we involve men and boys, because in most cases we only target women and girls.
Other stakeholders, among them Youth Advocate Executive Director Tatenda Songore, UNAIDS Zambia HIV Prevention Acceleration Lead Florence Hamau, and DIVO's Regional Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights Funds Program Manager Limpo Chinika, has this to say.
We have so many differences amongst ourselves in terms of how we perceive access to sexual and reproductive health services for adolescents, girls and young women, even for boys as well. But one thing is clear, the triple threat becomes an end result if we don't prevent any, or if we prevent access to services when they are needed.
And I think there are also certain places that are quite disadvantaged, and also I think it's an opportunity for us to be able to see where the areas where we need to concentrate our efforts better, and also just be able to appreciate the gains that have been made so far.
We hope that going forward, the investments before, like towards 2030, should be around HIV prevention. We all know about PrEP, and we hope that there could be more choices and more options on PrEP and availability of PrEP, especially for young people.
Margaret Chota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
The Agriculture and Commercial Cooperative Society of Zambia says this year's 98th Zambia Agriculture and Commercial Show will place trade, investment and innovation at the center of efforts to unlock the country's agricultural and economic potential. Speaking during a press briefing, ACSZ President Renee Lawrence said the annual event has continued to serve as a vital platform for promoting Zambia's agricultural strengths, attracting investment and creating business opportunities across key sectors of the economy. Lawrence announced that this year's show will run from July 29th to August 3rd, 2026 under the theme Fostering Trade and Investment.
It's the cornerstone of the Zambian calendar, promoting growth in agriculture and the wider economy. Agriculture remains the backbone of Zambia's economy, and the Agricultural and Commercial Show stands as a proud testament to how trade in this sector drives our nation's development. This annual gathering in this 98th edition is more than an exhibition. It serves as a marketplace of ideas, innovations and opportunities. By showcasing our crops, livestock and agro products to both local and international buyers, we have opened doors to new markets, generated foreign exchange and empowered our farmers to adopt modern practices that have in turn increased their productivity and translating into our food security. This show positions Zambia as a reliable supplier within the region, while also encouraging diversification and resilience in our agricultural sector. Beyond regional trade, the show is a catalyst for industrial growth, rural transformation.
We take a break. Stay with us.
HealthNest Medical Center, nurturing health, empowering lives. At HealthNest Medical Center, we provide high-quality, accessible healthcare for individuals, families, and the wider community in Mongo and beyond. We focus on preventive care, offering blood pressure, diabetes and cholesterol checks, HIV counseling and testing, and community health education programs. Our outpatient and maternal child health services support families with general consultations, antenatal and postnatal care, child growth and monitoring, nutrition counseling, and family planning. Our laboratory services provide routine tests, rapid diagnostics, and selected specialized tests, while our pharmacy ensures timely access to medicines with professional guidance. HealthNest is also here during emergencies, providing 24/7 care, stabilization, first aid, and referral services supported by rapid diagnostics and ready access to medicines. We help with recovery and rehabilitation through physiotherapy for children and adults, including clubfoot, fractures, cerebral palsy, neurological conditions, and soft tissue injuries. Our diagnostic services such as ultrasound and ECG help monitor progress, and ongoing preventive care supports long-term health. At HealthNest Medical Center, we combine quality, compassion, and reliable care to nurture health and empower lives. You can locate us at 53120 Lusaka Road, Kambule, 7488 Mongo. Contact us on +2609729265521. Our website www.healthnestmd.com. HealthNest Medical Center, nurturing health, empowering lives.
Not long ago, Many children in Zambia did not go to school because their parents could not afford it. Today, 2.5 million children are back in the classroom, sitting on desks and being fed nutritious meals under the school feeding program. Markets are now peaceful with no cadre violence. Clinics stand where there were none. There's still much work ahead, jobs to create, futures to secure. And that's why Bali keeps working day after day. Because just as we delivered free education, we will keep delivering. For every child still waiting and every family still rising. Until progress is something every Zambian feels. We've started the change. Now let's finish the job. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let us continue to move Zambia forward together.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours.
Count me in.
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 Did you know that as a member of the public, you have the right to complain against content aired by any radio or television station? Did you also know that all radio and television stations have an obligation to address your complaint? The first step is to write to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond satisfactorily within 14 days as per the IBA Act. When making the complaint, state the grievance you have against the station. State when the broadcast took place, who the broadcaster was, state your name, and contact details for further communication. Where you have not received any response from the station or you consider the response to be inadequate, you can then escalate your complaint to the Director General, Independent Broadcasting Authority, IBA, Mass Media Complex, Alikinkata Road, PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or email complaints@iba.org.zm. IBA, promoting professionalism and enhanced standards of the broadcasting industry through effective regulation.
Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news and now international news. The Sierra Leonean government has dropped all criminal charges, including treason against former President Ernest Karoma, bringing an end to a case linked to the failed coup attempt of November 2023. The decision was made on health grounds, allowing the 72-year-old former head of state to return home from Nigeria wherever he chooses after receiving medical treatment. Information Minister Sharon Oba confirmed that the charges were withdrawn due to Karoma's health conditions. The former president had consistently denied any involvement in the alleged coup attempt, which left at least 20 people dead and saw hundreds of prisoners escape after coordinated attacks on military facilities and prisons. In a statement following the withdrawal of the case, Karoma expressed gratitude to President Julius Bio, Nigerian President Bola Ntumbu, and the Economic Community of West African States for their support throughout the legal process. The development marks a significant political milestone for Sierra Leone, with government confirming that Karoma is now free to return to the country anytime, signaling the end of a high-profile legal case that attracted regional and international attention. And finally, in sports news, Imwiko Ward aspiring councillor Muyengana Matakala has pledged to promote sports development in the Ward and Mongo district, saying he will work closely with local coaches to keep young people away from drug abuse and other social vices. Speaking to basketball players during the Kambule tournament at Kambule STEM School Baseball Court, Matakala said he would ensure that the Constituency Development Fund allocation meant for community sports development are effectively utilized to support youth participation in sports and help address the growing challenges of substance abuse among young people.
Sports continues to play a vital role in keeping young people engaged while creating opportunities for talent development and positive social change. That spirit was on display on July 15 when Kambule Ward aspiring candidate Jamie Kaumba and Imwiko Ward aspiring candidate Matakala Moyangana organized a volleyball and basketball tournament at Kambule STEM School in Mongu. The event attracted more than 5 teams and drew enthusiastic support from the local community.
So what we decided to do with my friend Jimmy in Kambule Ward, the one who is standing as a UPND member, councillor, we decided to link up together so that we promote these sports. So what we have tried to do is to organize this together with Jimmy. What we are giving them after these games is what we contributed together with Jimmy Kaumba.
Iconics volleyball head coach and founder thanked the councillors for the gesture and took the opportunity to appeal to other leaders to also emulate the stance taken by their colleagues.
Our cry is being heard, especially more heard by our members who are aspiring to be leaders of tomorrow. So this is a very good sign to the volleyball fraternity. We are encouraging more of our leaders to come through to sponsor our teams. We are lacking a lot. We are lacking equipment. Our main challenges with the sport is it requires quite a lot, which is just coming from the coach's hands.
Like any competition, at the end, winners received their rewards and were very grateful.
Mr. Nyangana Matakala for giving us this tournament today, and I feel good that we had this tournament today. And as a team, we're very happy that we go to play the games as we wishing. And now I've received our prize from Mr. Nyangana Matakala.
For Bulozi TV, I'm Bruce Masalela in Mongu, Western Province.
And that sports item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, here is a recap on the headlines. PS Chilimo commends Western Province's food security efforts. Ministry of Finance and National Planning holds 2026 National Budget Consultations in Mongu. Human Rights Commission calls for right-based adolescent health services. In international news, Selarion drops treason charges against former president. And in sports news, Matakala pledges to support sports development in Imwiko Ward. You can always watch our bulletin on TopStar Channel 120 in Mongu, Limulunga, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga, parts of Senanga, Kalabo, Rufunsa, and surrounding areas. On Facebook, we are Bulozi TV. I am Celestina Tienkenji Mbewe. Thank you so very much for staying tuned and watching our bulletin. On behalf of the entire production crew here at Bulozi TV, keep watching Bulozi TV, the pride of Ballot. Pleasant.